What's going on, everyone? Healy here, and today I am back ranking the 2021 Team Affinity rewards. Some of my most successful videos came from these last year, and I'm excited to get back into them. Team Affinity 1 is here, and they changed it up a little bit this year. They went to divisions instead of having teams. You only have one bar to complete, but as you complete this, you get other guys. So at 60, you get a choice pack. At 90, you get another player. 110, another. 130, and then 150, you get every single player in the American League East. And I'm here today to tell you who the best players are so you can work towards some of these guys. If you guys do enjoy the video, make sure you click that thumbs up button. Best way to show support, hit that subscription button down below. If you have not subscribed already, make sure to check out my description. I'm going to be streaming. We'll upload on TikTok. Follow me on Twitter for news on MLB The Show. Everything description down below. We're starting off with number 30, and it's Patrick Corbin. Lefty pitcher. Early in the game, there's a lot of great right-handed hitters. So this is not a great card to begin with. Another thing, he has a good pitch repertoire, which is cool, but he just does not throw hard enough. Maxes out at 90. Hits and Ks per 9 are pretty decent. His walks per 9 are there. All his attributes are decent. He just does not throw hard at all. And there's other guys in this program that you could easily go out and get. At number 29 from my Chicago Cubs, Jason Hayward. He only gets the edge over Corbin because he's a position player and you can use him in every single game. Against righties, it's okay. He hits decently. He has great vision at 97, which is cool, but his hitting attributes are just average. His fielding's good. For the most part, he gets gold in right field. He has decent reaction, decent arm. His speed kills him though, and there's just way better outfielders in this program, and the average hitting combined with not so great speed, really disappointed. At number 28, I'm going with Jose Barrios. He has some decent hits per 9, Ks per 9's average, walks per 9's good, his control's okay. I just don't like his repertoire at all. Beginning of the game, so this is one of the best pitchers in the game at the moment, attribute wise. I just don't like his repertoire. The slurve, 2 fastballs, and a changeup just isn't great. If he would have had a different pitch instead of the two-seamer, two-seamers have not been too good in previous MLB The Show games. So if he had a sinker, maybe that would have changed, but pretty basic repertoire. At number 27, I'm going with Dansby Swanson. So he has good fielding, gold fielding. There you go. 79 speed, pretty quick. What hurts this card? His hitting. Below average compared to a lot of these shortstops coming up on this list. And they're going to have some good fielding as well. So due to the amount of shortstops in the Team Affinity, I just don't really see a need to get Dansby Swanson. And that's why he's super down on the list. At number 26, another shortstop. So you get a little bit better hitting with Tim Anderson. He always has a great swing in the game. He has pretty decent contact. Versus lefties, he demolishes them. Versus righties, decent contact, just does not really have the power to hit against them. Fielding's okay. It's silver. You decide to play him in another spot. Could dip down to bronze. I forgot if it's 74 you need or 73 to keep him at silver tier. Good arm to make up for it. Great speed. The lack of power though against righties and kind of bad fielding hurts him. Going in at number 25 is David Fletcher. This card, great contact, great fielding, okay speed. He's going to get to every baseball out there for the most part. His speed does hold him back with the reaction and fielding regardless. The big part about this card though that really drives him down on the list, he has no pop at all. Power is keen on this game, especially with people playing on created stadiums. They have higher elevation. People just playing at Ship It in general doesn't really work with the meta. The only reason he's high up on this list compared to like Tim Anderson and Dansby is his fielding. 99 fielding is awesome, but the lack of power really kills him. At number 24, I'm going with Jesus Luzardo. He has some decent per 9, 79, 80, 75. He has good control at 80. He has a four-seam changeup, curveball, sinker. Again, this is another guy with a pretty poor repertoire. You're either going to sit on the heat, which is a four-seam or a sinker, or you sit on two pitches that just move up and down. Changeup, curveball. Doesn't really change at all and doesn't really fool the eyes of your opponent. With how many good right-handed batters are in the game at the moment, this guy is just going to get crushed straight out the gate. Coming in at number 23 is Xander Bogaerts. I get that he's rated low. He has one of the best swings in the game almost every single year. He has great contact, decent power that you can get upgraded with the parallels, which is cool. Great vision. So he's just going to rake for you all the time. What costs this card is his fielding. 62 and 63 for fielding and reaction. 78 arm, which is okay. 67 speed at a premium position like shortstop, with how many guys can play the position better. That's what brings down this card. But man, this card does some work. Unfortunately, you are unable to get him up to silver fielding no matter what. If you're a Xander fan, go after him. At 22, we have Trent Grisham. So he has sick fielding, 96, 98 reaction. His speed's 92. This guy is literally going to catch everything in the outfield for you. Literally everything. He has kind of a weak arm for center field, which is 74. Unfortunate there. His hitting stats are kind of just mediocre. So he has 67, 71 contact. That's not too great. Early on in the game when you're playing a veteran and all-star, okay, you can deal with that. The power doesn't really make up for it. 84 power against righties. That's cool. 71 against lefties, though. It just doesn't make up for how good of a fielder he is. Number 21, and we kind of have an opposite type of player. A guy who hits very well, but his fielding just isn't there. He got the Franimal. 75 contact versus righties hurts him. You could upgrade it to 80 by getting his parallel. It's going to take a while, though. So right out the gate with these ratings or rankings, I'm just going to go with their default attributes. Rushes lefties. Makes up for that 75 contact versus righties, though, with 106 power. 70 fielding, 72 reaction. It's usable. 47 speed. Hurts him a lot. Playing him at right field, probably not the move. You should probably upgrade him and move him to left. Definitely a bench bat, though. If you could get this guy and throw him up against lefties, go ahead. At number 20 is Anthony Santander. Hitting stats, kind of just average across the board. He has some decent power, especially against lefties. Great fielding at 88 and 93. The speed hurts him, though. 59 speed. Could upgrade it. I'm going to say that probably a lot because you could upgrade literally any attribute on any card. Arm hurts him. Big plus about this card. He's a switch hitter. You want the switch hit advantage, you could get Anthony Santander, and that probably boosts him up a lot on my list. And number 19 is Giancarlo Stanton. Giancarlo's one of my favorite players to use in BR every single season, just because anything he makes contact with is a home run. Problem is his contact. He has 66 and 79, which is okay. Good start off card. His vision 55. Fielding, it's average, 76, 74, so he will get some baseballs out there. 63 speed, a little slow for the outfield. He has a good arm to make up for that speed and the fielding. Contact, big reason why he's knocked down on this list. And number 18 is Andrew McCutchen. You could probably put him a couple spots down on your list. You could keep him where he's at. He's another outfielder on this. So 18 through 22, pretty much you could flip-flop however you want. I think they're close enough. McCutchen, great hitting numbers. So he has decent contact versus righties and lefties. He has the power. He has the vision. He has some decent speed. Left fielder for you. The really negative part about this card is his fielding. 62, 50 arm, 63 reaction. After looking at this card again, he probably could be a few spots lower on this list. I'm going to keep him where he's at just because of his swing and his hitting attributes. But if you disagree with me, that's totally fine with this place of McCutchen. Number 17 is Dominic Smith. So this card's a left fielder. I really recommend playing him at first. And That's why he's pretty far up on this list. He's a lefty. Demolishes left-handed hitting. And guess what? Against right-handed hitting, he still does some work against them. I think putting him in left field allowed for him to have these good hitting attributes and to keep him at an 88 overall. He'll still retain that bronze fielding status at first. Decent reaction with 73, 38 speed. This man is all about hitting though. So play him at first base. Great left-handed bat for your lineup. I'm definitely looking forward to add him at some point to mine. At number 16, we have German Marquez, the Rockies. He has a four-seam, a knuckle curve, a slider, a sinker, and a changeup. He has everything you need. Per nines, a little lower compared to some of the other guys I've already showed you with 75 and 73. Pitch repertoire is going to be big to start off the year, though. He throws them pretty hard. He has some nice differentials. 9 miles per hour between the four-seam and the slider. 10 with the changeup. 12 with the knuckle curve. Should have people fooled if you know how to pitch with German. At the halfway point, we're going with Salvador Perez. Premium position. The only catcher, I believe, on this list. So that helps him out a lot. Contact, a little weak. Makes up for it with some pop. 85 and 90. Has average fielding all the way around. It's silver, so that's at least usable. Yeah, so as a catcher, decent pop, decent fielding. It's hard to find a combo like that early in the game. 24 speed, a little slow. But being a catcher, big reason why he's number 15 on the list. At number 14, and a guy it's tough seeing him at 14 because I really want Bo Bichette. It's tough seeing him at 14 because I really want to use this guy, but it's Bo Bichette. 80 and 91 contact, which is good. 74 and 79 power hurts him. 75 vision, okay. He has okay fielding, average at 78. Good reaction at 81. Arm weak. One of the weakest arms we've seen so far at 70. 66 speed is a little slow. But out of all the other shortstops I've shown you, this is the one I'd probably prefer the most. At number 13, we're going with Yordan Alvarez. I really wish he'd play first base at some point in his career, because this guy just does everything you need hitting wise. 96, 89, 103, 95. Everything you need, everything he touches is just going to be over the fence. What really hurts him, though, is that fielding. 59 fielding. He has an okay arm at 75, 63 reaction, 42 speed. It's going to be miserable having him in the outfield. But Yordan ranks up there as one of the best bats in the game at the moment. And number 12 is Keston Hiura. This guy against right-handed pitching is a monster. You're going to be facing right-handed pitching a lot to start off the year, and especially righty-righty, you're going to get a matchup with Keston. He is just going to crush the baseball. 114 power is amazing. 77 contact versus lefties and 72 power. It's okay. But he'll have the advantage against the lefty regardless. 68 fielding, 68 arm, some nice reaction, 55 speed. He's a second baseman. Those attributes I don't really value as high with second base just because of the frequency of balls hit there. And the bat makes up for it a ton. Number 11 is Jack Flaherty. He has a four-seam slider, knuckle curve, sinker, and changeup. Another great pitching repertoire. 96 hits per 9. 81 Ks per 9. Some of the best we've seen so far with 82 control. He doesn't throw the hardest though. Only 94 on his fastball, 92 on his sinker. His slider and knuckle curve, both the same miles per hour. 10 miles per hour differential there. 8 with the changeup. So that is great. That mixed with the hits per 9 makes this card very solid. Rounding out the top 10 is Mike Yastrzemski. This guy's swing, so smooth in the game. Big reason why he's up here at number 10. Contact versus righties is okay at 79. He has some pop. Lefty bat though, so he gets the advantage. If you decide to bring in a lefty though, watch out. 97 contact and 92 pop. He has some good fielding to go with those. 54 arm is killer. Right field is killer with that arm. Probably try to play him in left if you are able to. And just pray guys don't hit it his way. 63 speed. Okay, based off a lot of the outfielders we've seen so far, this is kind of average. At number 9, I am going with Luis Castillo. So circle change, four seam, sinker, and slider. Pretty decent per nines with 88 hits, 81 Ks. Pitch control's okay. Now you might be thinking 4 pitches, just the same as Luzardo. This is a right-handed pitcher, so that gives him the advantage there. Also, the slider is huge. You have the circle change, which starts a little higher and then it drops and then moves one direction. The slider will move a different direction. The sinker will move. The four seam will move, or four seam will just stay straight. So he has a good pitch repertoire, which will keep people on their toes. He also throws hard, 97 on his four seam. Circle change has a 9 mph speed differential. Slider, 10. At number 8, we're going with Max Muncy. So this is a guy that you can play at second base or third base. He's a guy in which it doesn't really matter the PCI. You make contact with him, you are destroying the baseball. 197 power. He's a lefty bat, which is huge. Fielding's good at 78, 81 reaction, decent arm, 59 speed. I did have Giancarlo Stanton a little lower on this list. Being an infielder helps out Muncy in this case. If he was an outfielder, maybe not so much, but second base would be probably a good spot to start Muncy early on in the game cycle. And number 7 is Ke'Bryan Hayes. This is kind of like Trent Grisham. He has great fielding, 92 and 95. Some good speed for third base at 71. The difference between this card and the other card, though, he has the contact. You're able to put the ball in play. His power isn't too low. It's low, which hurts him, but it's not too low in which it's like a David Fletcher card where it's going to be completely useless to have him hitting for you. He plays a pretty good spot at third base. Not many balls are going to get by him. And then if you do get some hits, we'll round him pretty well for you. Number 6 is Willy Adames. I was not expecting him to be this good. 96 contact versus right-handed pitching. It's a little worse. He has some nice contact versus lefties. Has some nice pop, though. 81 and 82 power. Makes up for that. Against the lefty, you are going to be a right-handed batter, so that helps. Fielding, 80. So he hits gold right there. 97 arm. That is amazing at the shortstop position. 74 speed, pretty decent. All around, this card is just so good. My number 1 shortstop in the game, though, at number 5 is going to be Nico Goodrum. Yeah, he has some pretty poor contact against righties with some decent pop against righties. Lefties, not going to be a problem. You could upgrade his contact. That'll help him out a little bit against right-handers. His diamond fielding, 92, 95 reaction, which is awesome. 80 speed, super quick, good arm at 83. What really makes this card jump up on the list is he can play every single position but catcher at a good level. He's going to have, at least if you upgrade him, you can have diamond fielding anywhere you play him. But to start out, he'll have diamond at short and he'll have gold at every other spot. He just will fill whatever you need him to do. And if you don't really have a spot for him, and you don't really like that contact versus righties, use him as a pinch hit bat late in the game. You have a lefty and you need to clutch up something, use him. He'll fill in that spot. No worries, except if you have a catcher. And number 4 is Sixto Sanchez. This guy is just sick. He throws 98 mph. He has 5 pitch repertoire with a sinker, changeup, slider, and curveball. 9 mph difference between the slider, 10 with the changeup, and 14 with the curveball. Per nines, okay. His control, not so great. He has good walks per nine, which is good. Hits and Ks per nine, just okay. Repertoire is absolutely huge. And this guy's just a fireballer. I wish he had outlier. That would have been sick if one of these cards did. But he's going to throw hard enough for early on in the game. And this should be the number 1 you go after if you're looking for a pitcher. At number 3, this guy is ridiculous. And it's Kyle Lewis against right-handers. 89 and 95 contact and power. 97 power versus lefties. 67 contact hurts him. Right-handed bat going up against a lefty, though, will have the advantage, so not too terrible. Fielding, gold. 83, 84. If you want to play him in left, you could just upgrade him a couple spots, and you'll have the gold fielding there as well. 78 speed, pretty good. This is a guy that you could probably get early on in the game to help lead off your team and lock up that center field position to catch some baseballs. And number 2, we're going with Ketel Marte. So he has gold fielding, decent arm, decent reaction, okay speed. This is a guy I'd probably put at second base. Has decent contact, switch hitter, very big. You could play him at a lot of different spots. He normally hits a good swing in the game, despite what his power ratings are. Against lefties, he's going to mash for you. But this is a guy kind of like Goodrum, in which you could upgrade him or just use him off the bench, and he will be able to play a majority of the spots. The only positions he can't play are the corner infield spots. And then number 1, he's just the glitch. Joey Gallo. Anyone new to the game, you do not know how much of a menace and how much of a headache this guy is going to be to face. He has low contact, 42 and 50. And you're like, why? Why is this such a big deal? His PCI, if you just get it near the baseball, he's going to just crush it. 108, 110 power, amazing. Guess what? He has diamond fielding. 95, 99 arm, 99 reaction. Play him in the corner outfield spots. Play him in the corner infield. You could play him at first, but then you'd be wasting that arm and the fielding there. He just plays so many different spots. He's going to hit nukes for you. He's going to be your 3 or 4 spot guy for quite a bit. And he's just such a glitch. So that's going to do it for my rankings in the 42 series Team Affinity players. If you guys have any different spots that I should have placed these guys, let me know down below. And let me know what guys you have tried in the comment section as well. Make sure you click the thumbs up button if you did enjoy. There's going to be 2 videos on the screen right now. One of them, my most recent video. The other one's going to be a random one. Check them out if you have not already. This is Healy, and I'm out.